have 1 day, 1 week of no drama at this club. Chelsea Football Club, unlimited drama. Keeping up with the Kardashian has nothing on us. I'm telling you right now. All of a sudden, Roman Abramovich wants 1.6 billion loan back. And all of a sudden, deal could be off, Chelsea could be liquidated, ramifications left, right, and center. Let's get into this video. Welcome to the Kavkas View, guys. I should have made this video yesterday, but I thought it was best to sit back, hold tight, get the information, and come to you guys with the facts. And you know what? It was the right decision. Why? Because there was a lot of scaremongering going on. So many journalists were writing speculative articles. None of them coming with concrete facts, and all of a sudden it's taken 24 hours, scaremongering's gone, and we're back, and we've got all the information needed, and I've got you in this video. And furthermore, I've got Christian Pulisic's dad opening his mouth. A bit too much for my liking, but is he allowed to do so? We'll get into it. He defends Christian Pulisic and gets at Thomas Tuchel. So let's get on with the video. But before we do that, I need all of you to do me a massive favor. 400 likes. It goes a long way. It pushes the algorithm. The videos love it. YouTube loves it. You love it. I love it. It makes us all happy. 500 likes is what we're aiming for, so let's do it, all right? And subscribe to the channel as well. Too many of you are watching not subscribing, man. Okay, so let's start with the Roman Abramovich news. Look, we all know Chelsea's up for sale. Chelsea's been up for sale, and Chelsea owes Roman Abramovich £1.6 million. £1.6 million that is owned to an entity that Roman Abramovich owns. Upon the sale of Chelsea, Roman Abramovich said, listen, hold that, keep it. I don't want that money back. The club does not owe me a penny. So the new ownership group that is buying the club does not need to pay off that debt to Roman Abramovich. So everyone's been under the assumption that any money that comes in is gonna go to a charitable cause. But now reports were coming out all of a sudden, Roman wants his money back. This is through a massive spanner, a hammer, whatever you want to call it, into the works. Because all of a sudden, there's been a little bit of chaos and my timeline is going crazy. A lot of you are going to say, Alex, what does this mean? Well, this potentially could be a massive issue because Chelsea have a license from the government to operate because we are at the moment sanctioned. Yes, that's how our football club in 2022 is still sanctioned. And it expires on the 31st of May. So 31st of May, Chelsea are going to go back into sanctions. They can't play their players. They can't pay their staff. So what would be the normal thing to do? Extend it, right? So that Chelsea can continue operating until the deal's done. Yes, but no, because Premier League have got a meeting on the 6th of June. And this meeting's kind of important. They discuss the new 20 teams that are in the league, so the 3 promoted sides, and the fixtures come out for the next batch of games for the next season. So Chelsea kind of have to say, we're going to be alive at that point, so please consider us in the fixtures, or we're not a club anymore, take us out. This is an issue because the Premier League aren't going to move their meeting. Chelsea is not big enough. No club, no, Manchester United, Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City, all could be in this situation. I don't think the Premier League would move their entity because a lot of money, a lot of contracts is already tied up in this. They have a product to put out and they've got a lot of contract. They're not going to move these dates. So what does this actually mean for the Chelsea saga? So calm down, okay? Everyone just needs to calm down because where does this leave us? I'm breaking it down now. Bowley just passed his checks with the Premier League. Everything went with slaying colours and it looks like he is going to buy the club. He still has a week of confidential buying rights in the sense that no one else can touch him, no one else can bid for the club, no one else can talk to the government about the club, no one else can talk to Rain Group because he is the preferred bidder. This has gone through and Matt Law has reported this. This is good news. This means that he's one step closer. However, there have been issues around Bowley's bid. And one of the issues is apparently Roman Abramovich has an issue with the Clark Consortium owning 66% of the club because Roman Abramovich does not want a private equity firm owning the club. He's never wanted Chelsea to be operated in the same way as the Glazers family has. Share price, moving out where people can be getting dividends. He wants one individual to own the club, use it as their toy to absolutely make Chelsea flourish. So what has happened? Well, Bowley apparently has raised another 500 million and he's willing to invest that 500 million actively into the club to own more of a bigger proportion. What this means is I don't know. Will this go through? Will this change the way that we're going to be moving in the transfer market? What does this have? What kind of ramifications? I have no idea. I can't sit here and lie. I am not a financial advisor. And a lot of what I'm saying right now is coming out from my own understanding of the articles that I've read. And yeah, I want to hear all of your thoughts. By the way, don't forget about that Ratcliffe guy as well, right? Sir Ratcliffe, sitting there like a silent assassin. His bid got rejected. Rain told him, listen, do one, mate, because you didn't go through our channels, and no, just forget about it. You're not getting the club. Yet he went directly to the club, and this is very suspicious from my part, right? Think about it. Roman's information gets leaked the same time that Ratcliffe comes out, and Ratcliffe's statement is very similar to what Roman was wanting initially from the person he sold the club to. So maybe potentially there is more to meets the eye. We have to wait around for the next time on Chelsea Ball Z, because this is like Dragon Ball Z saga, right? We have no idea. But rumors are coming out that Ratcliffe is going to put another bid in or over the weekend or Monday if the Bowley Consortium doesn't get this deal done. So it is what it is. All I'm gonna say is stop reading stuff, come back to the Kavkas View. I'll give you guys an update, because if you read everything, you're just gonna get confused, because there's too much to read and too much false information out there. Be realistic, be honest, and be calm. That's all I can say at this moment in time. On to some football and some fun stuff, right? Christian Pulisic, you all love him. I don't know about me. I don't know about love him. I think he's an alright player. But his dad came out with a really interesting statement, and I didn't know where it sat with me. But then all of a sudden ESPN FC pick it up, Sky Sports, TalkSport, every YouTube channel picks it up, and I'm like, you know what, maybe I should give my opinion on this. Why am I not giving my opinion? So unless you've been living on a rock, you know that Pulisic's dad during the game tweeted out, my son loves the club, loves his teammates, loves London, ... And then he goes on saying, a big 6 months ahead, son. And the tweet was done in an attack. The tweet was definitely an attack at Tuchel, highlighting like, you're not playing my son's frustrated, I'm frustrated. So where do I stand on it? I've got no problem with it. And the reason I have no problem with this is because I'm putting myself in Pulisic's dad's shoes. As a father, I am going to want what's best for my son. And at this moment in time, his son is not getting a chance at Chelsea Football Club. Whether rightly or wrongly, Pulisic has been on the outskirts of Chelsea for a while, right? And the father's evidently just upset. The father's his agent. The father's most probably just super angry and tweet in a moment. So he deleted his tweet. But then this made me think of something more interesting. And this made my engines flowing. And now this is where I might upset some of you. And who do they blame? Because I think the only person to blame is Christian Pulisic. Christian Pulisic has been at Chelsea for 3 years, right? He's played 26 Premier League games, 25 Premier League games, and I think he played 18 or 19 this year. He's had roughly 17, 16 starts in the other 2 seasons. And then you're going to say he hasn't played in his right position, he hasn't done X, he hasn't done Y, and I'm going to say this is a whole host of excuses. The only issue here is Christian Pulisic hasn't grabbed Chelsea opportunity by the scruff of the neck and made it his own position. One thing about playing for Chelsea Football Club is you're going to have to perform. When you get an opportunity, you take that chance, because no one else is going to give you a better opportunity. At Chelsea Football Club, once you are here, you get 1, 2, 3 chances. Once you get those and blow it, they sign someone else. Look at what Chelsea did when Christian Pulisic was at the club. He joined, 12 months later, they went and signed Hakim Ziyech, they went and signed Timo Werner, and they went and signed Kai Havertz. Chelsea Football Club will consistently bring you competition. I actually question Pulisic's agents for instructing him to join Chelsea Football Club, because evidently, Chelsea are not invested into Pulisic the way they should be, based on what a lot of you think. I don't think Christian Pulisic is as big of a deal. Is he a good player? Yeah, he's decent, he's a good player. But is he this dribbling machine that is going to be productive and lead Chelsea to league titles? I don't see it. That's my personal opinion. I don't see it. I'll be happy to be proven wrong. I'd be happy to eat my words, and I'll be happy to come and say, I apologize. But to see Christian Pulisic get us 20 league goals or go and get 25 in all comps, I don't see it. This is my opinion. So I think his dad's being salty. I think Christian Pulisic will be leaving in the summer, and I genuinely think this is his last year. So it is what it is. We'll talk about this most probably a lot more in the future, but this was the Kavkas View. I wanted to give you guys the insight. Be calm, relax, subscribe to the channel. Peace out, I'm out.